Zoe Kravitz and Harry Styles have wedding bell astrology all over their chart. But this is not a celebrity fairy tale romance. This connection has past life wounds, obsession, stolen heart symbolism, desire, and a serious question around whether this burns into commitment permanently or burns itself out. Harry's Chiron conjuncts Zoe's moon, Juno, and South Node. That's a full-blown deja vu wound story. Her moon feels him before her mind can explain why he seems so familiar. Her South Node is already holding the past life imprint. So his Chiron does not feel random. It feels ancient, like an ache with a name she somehow remembers. And with Juno there, the danger is that the wound starts looking like commitment. She could feel like he belongs there because the pain feels recognizable. Chiron is a wild card, so this could be meaningful and healing, but also the possibility of a painful marriage due to Juno. And now he reaches the place where she feels most exposed. Harry's psyche, that has to do with soul, and Deianira conjuncts her IC. His psyche reaches into the deepest, most private part of her, behind the cool girl armor, behind the door nobody gets through easily. But Deianira is there too. So the soul pull comes with a victim thread wrapped around it. He can make her feel seen at the soulful level, but he can also bring victimhood into the relationship. Not just old pain from Chiron, but a pattern where she can feel wounded or cast into the role of the one who suffers. Harry's Jupiter conjuncts Zoe's Vesta and Venus in Scorpio. That's sacred obsession. His Jupiter turns her Scorpio Venus volume all the way up. The attraction gets bigger, darker, more private and consuming. With her Vesta, which is sacred devotion, their connection gets placed behind a locked door. This is her private flame and altar. He makes her feel wanted in a way that feeds the deepest part of her love nature. But Scorpio does not do light and breezy. Scorpio wants the locked room, the secrets, and the truth. So his Jupiter makes this feel rich, intoxicating, and devotional. His Hermione conjuncts her Sun and Mercury. That is spell work with a microphone. And because her Mercury is there too, she thinks he is enchanting. He knows how to charm her. Now, he has Mars in Aquarius, and that conjuncts her Tantalus. This shifts the atmosphere. His sexual desire has sunglasses on. He acts detached, like it's too cool to want what he passionately desires. With her Tantalus asteroid there, she becomes the tease, the forbidden fruit in black leather, the woman he can want, circle, and chase, but never quite tame in the bedroom. His Zeus conjuncts his Sun. This gives him ego, desire, and the wandering eye, all wrapped into one mythic package. Temptation is woven into his identity. He needs the spark of pursuit. Zeus was a prolific cheater. That doesn't automatically mean that Harry will be a cheater, but Zeus was never built to be a monk. This is natural-born wandering eye energy. Desire comes with appetite, conquest, and a throne that always wants another admirer standing near him. So if he ever does stray, it would not come out of nowhere. The chart already shows an ego that gets lit up by temptation. Then her swindle on his Venus complicates it further. Her swindle on his Venus is the stolen heart signature with a warning label. Her swindle brings the smoke machine into the love story. So this can feel seductive, charming, and slippery all at once. She may enchant him, pull him in, and steal his heart. But there's also that question mark in the room. Is she the real deal or just a con artist with a pretty face? It's romance with a pickpocket's smile. Sweet enough to draw him closer, but slick enough to make you wonder who's really holding the cards. And here is where the chart starts ringing the wedding bell. His Boda conjuncts her vertex. That's a fated wedding bell going off, loudly. Boda is marriage energy. And the vertex is that cosmic doorway where Harry walks in and the connection is already carrying wedding invitations before either one of them knows what's happening. This is the kind of aspect where things can move fast because the symbolism is already dressed for the ceremony. If his birth time is anywhere close to what is listed, then her groom conjuncts his moon. His moon is his emotional world, the place where he feels everything first. She brings groom into that space, the partner imprint, this is the one I would marry energy. He feels her as a future, like the idea of partnership gets pressed straight into his emotional world before he even knows what to call it. And with this backing up the vertex Boda connection, the chart keeps ringing the same wedding bell from another room or house. Her bride conjuncts his sun. Now he does not just feel the marriage energy with his moon, he sees her glowing in that role. This is wife material with a spotlight on it. Their engagement was not just a headline. Their chart had the ceremony written into the scene before they even announced it. In his natal chart, he has Apophis conjunct his Venus in Aquarius. This is love with disruption baked into the circuit. Venus in Aquarius already loves with distance, air, coolness, and freedom. Apophis is the ancient serpent of chaos. Apophis wraps around his Venus and makes love feel unstable. He may crave connection, but part of him also carries the pattern of disruption, sudden reversals, and escape hatches. Will it last between these two? Only if the relationship has something stronger than chemistry. Because Apophis on his Venus, that can bring passion, fascination, and chaos, but long term, the love needs an anchor. And something heavier steps in here because her Pluto squares his Venus. Love becomes intense fast. She comes into his love nature with dark room intensity, the kind that wants passwords, secrets, and proof that he is not just passing through. But his Venus is in Aquarius, so he is built with an emergency exit. He can want the chemistry and still panic when the walls start moving in closer. And then her Pluto squares his sun, too. So now she is not just messing with his heart, she is pressing on his image, his ego, the cool boy freedom act. Pluto walks in like a woman with a flashlight in a locked basement, and suddenly all the little things he thought he could keep casual start glowing in the dark. That is the danger here. She wants depth. He wants air. So the attraction can get obsessive fast because Pluto does not flirt lightly. Pluto looks at Aquarius Venus and says, "Take off the sunglasses. I want to see what you're hiding." But this is not a quiet little love story wrapped in soft lighting. This is wedding bell astrology with snakes in the wiring. Pluto in the basement and Aquarius Venus looking for the balcony door. This bond can burn hot or burn out. I will be back soon with more Synastry charts.